So now I want to kind of segue into some of the stuff you've done for film, because you've done some really interesting things. You worked with Scream, you've worked with Twilight. So can you talk about what you've actually done on those?
Sure. On Twilight, basically it was because I worked with Collective Soul on the song called "Tremble for My Beloved," and there was this big soundscape that was in the song. It ended up being a pivotal scene in the movie. So I really kind of by osmosis got into that. My actual film scoring stuff came years later. Like I'm doing things now. I've done all kinds of different stuff, like indie films, and I just did a horror movie called Warnings that's out. And, so those are almost two different careers. Like a lot of that stuff was soundtrack stuff, working on with an artist like Collective Soul. I worked on the Scream first one. It was a song called She Said, and then we did Run for the Varsity Blues soundtrack. So that's more like soundtrack based stuff. But then I started getting more into the actual composition and scoring. Worked on spots, network spots, trailer things, all that stuff.
Pretty cool.
It's constantly. I've been reinventing myself for a dozen years.
Part of the reason why you've stayed relevant.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, you don't have a choice. If you want to, I have four kids, so it's like I got to figure out how to keep the cereal flowing.